want to kill me next round, but he's. He's mafia.
You are unwantedly voting me. Please be mindful. Please be mindful.
Okay. It's so beautiful. So
धूप टूट के कांच की तरह चुप गई तो क्या अब देखा जाए मेरा मैं इश्क जला कर आ गया
Ina mina rika dika de tai tamenika makanaka makanaka chika pika rola rika ram pam poch ram pam poch.
दोबारा से पूछूं मैं. Yeah. So how has been your experience with us?
Yeah, it was very great. And even if you welcome criticisms, I don't think I have any point of view.
That is very generous of you to say so.
It's been so, I don't know, so great.
Yeah. Were you expected us to be like this, or what were your expectations? What kind of people?
What kind of image you had?
What image you had
I never
about
thought
us?
it to be this professional.
Huh?
Like,
Are we-
even if there is a personal space, hey, of course.
You did not
Because I've,
We overdid.
right,
There are still 4 days to go. Don't do it.
No, it will be released after 4 days.
you'll have to. I'll ask for an edit.
So yeah, I mean, what were your expectations? What prior image did you have?
No prior
I mean, of course,
images.
no prior images, but like.
But, like, we have been dealing with you, primarily people who are below 25. And
Guys,
we
the
have an
lunch will
image
be
about,
served in some minutes, so you just come down and take a food.
okay. So we know their vibes and how they will be dealing with people. And I never thought of this proportion would definitely be like this profession. You guys are so good. In fact.
What's that one thing that really surprised you about us?
See guys, I had an image that people outside Kerala are not so bullshit. Maybe I don't know, but still, you guys here have a good understanding of all the politics around you. You understand it, you acknowledge it, and you are welcoming criticisms, and also like you're open to you understand things. That is very important, and you are open to learning, right? And after each session, you ask political questions. I don't know if you understand that or not, but we understand that completely, right? Each and every question that you ask is very political. And I'm so proud of that. And I'm getting so many feedbacks. Even the speaker, we had a short chat with him after the program. And he said, "Yeah, this is so political."
So I
He
think
never thought that.
no, all of us are political. It's the thing is the states that we come from, we don't get right to exercise our politics.
we
there.
don't.
That is the thing.
We don't
It
have
is
coaches
the
like these
thing
days.
is
We
that
don't
the
have-
politics is not an encouraged thing in our families, in the atmospheres that we come from. Because especially, I mean, I can speak about North, if not rest of the India. In order to be in politics and exercise any kind of politics, you need to have certain kind of background, you need to have certain kind of money, which is the primary thing. And even the student politics that is active there, especially North India or UP or other such parts, the student politics is also like catering to the larger goal of politics that exists at the state level. So for us, of course, we are political. We are pretty much informed about what is happening. It's just that we are afraid of the repercussions of the same, and we cannot afford that. Our families cannot afford that. If we exercise our right to politics in that way, other than voting and other such things, for example, raising voices and being part of protest and other such things, our family cannot afford that.
Our families too fear.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna get by
Yeah,
being-
what will happen
just focus
and
on your
nothing.
career.
Yeah.
Just come
Yeah.
and handle the business. Stay
Exactly.
out of
Stay out of these things because these things are not going to be not even useful. I would not say. I mean, they'll not take you anywhere because they know that you don't
That is
come
what
from that
they
background. You
think.
don't come from. So that is one reason why we are not able to exercise our.
I feel like it's like there are people who go on hunger strikes and kind of die, or like people who get attacked and die in certain quarters. So after like within a very short period of time, whatever they did, it gets disvalued very quickly.
Very quickly,
People
yeah.
forget about it very quickly. So that also kind of sends
And
a
also,
message out to people, not us.
Exactly. Yeah. Also, the other thing is that, like, for example, I live in Delhi. Now, Delhi itself is a very political in its own ways, right? There are protests happening every day. There are people who are sitting on hunger strikes, and there are now people consider it कि, for example, अरे जंतर मंतर पे तो रोज protest हो ही रहा होगा. So it is not, people don't understand what is the value of the cause that anybody is standing for. I mean, last time I have seen Delhi being very politically active was CA and RC protest. After that, I haven't seen, and everybody, all of us who were part of that, have faced the repercussions of being part of that protest in some way or the other. Yeah, I was part of the protest. So, and we could manage that because we were living away from our families.
Okay.
Had it been the situation otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to do that, right? So, and now things are very common in Delhi.
Jagpat will also
Yeah.
Fully covered
Yeah,
in
yeah,
our
yeah.
protest, and
Yeah.
my parents were also worried. She was like, let us go because like even if repercussions come on us, it's okay, but you still have a long way to go.
Yeah.
The problem is that people really forget to talk about it. And they really forget to speak about their rights. They forget to speak about what they really
So
need.
one thing I really like is so what happens? Whatever state is providing you, people understand very well that it is their right to have it. But
You saw the old lady in Lok Sabha, right? She's 70 plus. And she's asked for her work.
that thing it is very rare to see. People think if a small thing is done by the government, then hey Lord, like all these things. Oh, it's like so that is a due. You should have got this
Exactly.
fairly.
Yeah,
So people praise that whatever they are getting from, like whatever breadcrumbs they are getting from the whole scenario. So that is the best part of education. I think education has played a very, very huge role in terms of
Incredible, but you know, it is also about
That's what, yeah.
yeah, Panchayati Raj, I really like the model. I'm like, okay.
because the politics is so rooted. And it is also, it is not just about the Panchayati Raj. We see the left everywhere will have parallel movements. Right? So we have, in Kerala, just think about it. We have Panchayats, we have the Panchayati Raj system, we have university, right? We have political parties. These are all the parallel movements. So this has to occur. Right? So, an elected representative of the Panchayat, if her tenure is over, she'll become a chairperson of the CDS Kudumbashree, right? And if these two positions are over, she'll go for the political work. Right? So all these are parallel movements that happen. That is how we sustain, and that is very important.
I would like to know right now also how government works when you design policies. So Is just this welfare thing is at the front, or what are other objectives?
Of course, yes.
What are
You
other
know the
objectives?
concept
How you
of
find the
Kifbi.
gaps?
I think we had a discussion in this. See, Kifbi works on the basis of offboarding project. It pulls in funds from the capital market and invests it in the infrastructure development. Right? So that, why Kifbi, so here comes the answer to that. So that the state can use its fund, its own fund, for the welfare of the people. Right? Through projects, through schemes, through pension. Right? We have several kinds of welfare pensions in the state, which has around 60 to 60 lakh people as beneficiaries. Right?
Do you know things? Please discuss.
Yeah.
Have you heard of things?
And let me complete this. Okay? As you were approaching through the previous boat, I don't know if you saw me speaking to someone over there. Did you? No, not really. Yeah, that's fine. So I and Adi were speaking to a boat checker there. So he's a local CITO lead over here. So I was just speaking about him regarding the previous panchayat elections. So this is one panchayat and the offshore is another panchayat. So we were just discussing about local politics. And you know, very interestingly, he got a call, he received a call and they said, this is my son and he's in Italy. Right? And they were having a discussion, and after that he turned up and he showed us his second son, and he said, "This is my second son, and he's working in Kochi as a network engineer." Can we imagine a boatman, a simple boatman in Odisha, a simple boatman in Bihar, right, having kids, and they're working abroad, and they're still a boatman.
It is also about like creating that vision. Yeah.
It is because of the education.
Exactly. So, for example, now you are saying, and I can relate with it, like 10-15 years ago, for me, and I come from a good family, a good middle class family. My father has a government job, and everybody in our family has government job. Most of them actually.
Middle class. That's
Yeah. No. I mean, I'm saying like at least one member of the family, and that's the first generation who is like earning, because of course they come from a very like poor background. They have seen everything. So for us, education and job security has been the only way to kind of maintain or sustain a life and have a life. So that way, 10-15 years ago, for me, even the vision of coming to Delhi was impossible. It was not even there for me to even think of something like it. Yesterday I was telling Prachi ki how did I ended up in Delhi. I mean, I read about Delhi being such a place in 2012 when 100 years of Delhi as a capital was completed, and I thought ki I would never be able to, I'll never have that much of money or that much of anything of that sort that can make me go in that city and live in that city. And then I got to know about Delhi University, and I thought ki this can be my quick getaway, because government institution, come paisa, come fees and every such things, and then that can be done. So, and even after coming to Delhi, I had no visions that I will be able to go out of this space as well. There's something like going across India or abroad or anything like that exists. So somebody having that vision at a very early stage, even a boatman having that vision and being able to send, it is not there in our families, it is not there in our culture, and at least 10 years back it was never there. Aaj to fir bhi there has been possibilities like people like me, you, friends and other family members go, even if it's for academic trips, even if it's like we need to figure out something funded and this and that is how we do, and that is how our family also got to know that ki, this is the tool and this is how you can do. Otherwise we don't have that vision. It just doesn't exist for all of us.
It is also very important to have a support system from the government.
Yeah.
You know, these struggling parents.
Yeah.
Let's take the case of this boat checker that I mentioned earlier. You know, he got his home under Life Mission. We saw Life Mission. So today the government is completing 5 lakh homes. It's 5 lakh 36 homes today, and will be handing over to its beneficiaries. Right? So that is also a support system that the government is providing. It is very important because those they are not running for money to build a house, right? The government provides them money. If they have land, government is giving them a home. That is also very important. And government is taking care of their education expenses too. They have, and even the handloom sector is being revived. The government provides free handloom uniforms to all students in Kerala, such that the handloom sector is sustainable.
And just imagine his son who is studying in Italy, what kind of exposure he is getting and what kind of value he will bring to his family and the state. Like he will be the role model for the kids around his area.
If I speak about my state, there are private players even for the school uniforms. They will make sure that you will buy the books, the uniform, the clothes from that one particular shop only. From that particular shop only. That's not even possible. That I remember my brother was studying in a public school, a convent school actually, and there was just one shop in the entire city that used to sell the uniform for that particular school, and they will not allow you to buy it from any other place. They'll not allow you to buy books from any other, and you have to pay extra charges. You have to pay. The mechanism has been developed in such a way that you can't get away with it.
Government seldom
There's no loophole.
There's no loophole.
seldom intervenes.
Yeah.
Behind the whole country, but I think maybe I would want to know your view. Let's say, what if all the states follow this model in India? So how the debt will look like in response of all?
Yeah, I understand.
And
it is good to follow, but the system has to be in place. If you borrow money from the capital market and if you are not investing it rightly, if there exists corruption,
If there is so much leakage in the pipeline,
what are you going to do?
Basically, you're saying, that's a good point. The institutions are so good. Institutions are so good, or like able to.
Now, you see, Kerala, as far as Kerala is concerned, we have completed, we have BMBC and the Bryce tar roads. All our state roads are being fully replaced in BMBC. Right? And we have completed around 150 to 175 bridges. Right? And CM is going to inaugurate a 4-kilometer bridge in 2 days. Right? So this is happening in Kerala and it's being rightly invested.
So
and we have and there is no loophole in the statute, in the KIFBI statute. KIFBI is a statutory body, and there is no loophole in KIFBI for corruption. There is no room for corruption.
So same thing I mentioned. I was able to make sense. But after visiting these 5-6 days, what I was able to figure out. So I'm a policy student. I have decent understanding of governance and policy institutions, how things work. I have seen these institutions, how they're working at outcome. I've seen the outcome with the process also, because I don't get much time to read in detail. I would like to read about health education documents. Now I'm more curious to read more how these institutions were built. So when we talk about how development happens, certain systems are in place. So institutions are doing pretty well. Let's say we will talk about Gram Panchayat institution, or I talk about some health authority, I talk about some grades, from top to bottom. It is so well knitted, I see. There's lot of things to learn from how you are working with policy angle. I would like to know how once it's drafted, how does it seeping down or trickling down? I would like to know more about that.
So it is like a normal policy process.
On the papers, how it's going. Because we can see things are happening at the ground also. But what we have seen, that is different. What trickles down is different. What is there is different. I want to see what's on the top and what's happening in the center.
See, the system in Kerala is not 100% efficient. That is why we can only say that it is better than other states. There are many loopholes, there are many problems, issues. But still, if the government decides to do something, the system will obey. The system has to. It is a practice here, whichever government is, right? And with respect to left, it is very particular. And it is very particular. Each and every minister, because it is a political decision. We have, right? It is a system. It is maybe in other states it is kind of a bureaucratic system, but in Kerala it is more of a political system. So be it the IAS officers or even senior officials, they all stand by the political decision. So that is very important. And of course, as the decisions are political, the ruling party will have local roots, like they will also be a part of it. That is also very important. So that they reach out to people, they talk to them, they make them understand, convince. It happens.
Well said. Love and progress.
I said,
Love
the
and
speaker
progress.
said na ki left and progressive.
Yeah.
We heard love and
I
progress.
heard love and
Okay.
progress. And I found it, I thought
Then we
it's a-
figured,
and
oh,
they're
it's-
like, no, it's a, Acha,
Add
and
one
this
more
question I
point.
was about to ask you that speaker sir as well, but I thought it would be a bit controversial. We spoke in between and then we were like, nahi, rehne dete. So Kerala has done it so well, right? And the left politics is one of the major reasons. Left and progressive politics is one of the major reasons. And you have like developed a model. It's not that you are just speaking about theories. You have done it like on. You can show the world that no, it is not just the policies. It is also like you can do it that way. Why left is not able to have its roots strong or even spread across north or other parts. And not only that, even the kind of left politics which was there and active in northern part, for example Bihar. Very different of course, but then at least the ideological base was there. The people were there who were moving to the left politics, the progressive politics. Even that is now shifting, that is now changing, right? The ideas are not getting translated well at the ground level, or even the people who are, for example, I come from Raebareli. Okay, it has been traditionally a Congress seat since like Indira Gandhi. Okay, and no matter which government comes in power, no matter what happens, I have seen like RSS trying to through ABVP, through RSS, through the Vidya Bharati school system and everything. RSS has been trying to spread its root as much as possible at the level of at the political level, but the traditional voters of the district will always be voting for Raebareli, no matter for voting for Congress of Raebareli, right? So because they understand, they value what that party has given to that district, what that party has made to that district. So which is not happening with left. For example, the people who were there standing with the progressive ideology of left since very beginning, they are even also not there. And even for us, for example, if I see that in let's say DUSU election, Delhi University Student Union election, in my first year of my election, I was like very, because it was just like after 3 months or 4 months, I was very fascinated by the ideas that left was presenting and everything. I voted for them. I voted for Raisa. But over a period, I have realized they are not bringing anything new to the table. There's nothing new that left is bringing. They are on the same page. They don't care. They will protest about everything. They will talk about every discrimination that is happening. Very valid with a valid perspective, everything, but it's just happening for the sake of happening. There is nothing that is there in between, and there's nothing to convince people. And for example, as a student, I'm telling you, I voted for them, and then next year I realized, no, this is not. What is the reason? What do you see as the most important reason for that?
I think that the root level workers of the left parties are still catered for.
Kavadi madam.